Straight ahead on WBKB, the number of coronavirus cases continues to decline in the United States.
Plus, scammers are at it again, trying to get your personal information. And we go live to downtown Alpena, where high school seniors are getting ready to have some fun.
You're watching Thunder Bay News Network. WBKB News at 6 starts now.
This is WBKB News at 6. An in-depth look at news, weather, and sports. From hard-hitting news stories to local events, we're there with coverage you can count on. You're watching WBKB News at 6.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Stewart.
And I'm Tyler Cruz. Health officials say the coronavirus vaccines are helping bring the number of new cases down to the lowest level seen since last summer.
Yeah, Tyler, but there are still millions who have yet to receive the shot, leading to some creative incentives to get people to sign up. Deborah Alferone has more details.
The U.S. saw fewer than 30,000 new COVID cases Thursday. The fifth day in a row it's been below the 30,000 mark. That hasn't happened since last June.
We have seen a 20% decrease in the 7-day average of cases across the country.
The new cases have gone down as vaccination rates have gone up. And now the country's ramping up vaccines for kids 12 and older, with some schools holding vaccination clinics on campus. The kids have their own reasons for signing up.
Just seeing my grandparents again. It's been a long time.
More than 156 million American adults have now received at least one dose of the vaccine. And now states are getting creative to sway holdouts. The Biden administration announced dating sites are adding features available only to people who are vaccinated.
People who display their vaccination status are 14% more likely to get a match. We have finally found the one thing that makes us all more attractive, a vaccination.
Los Angeles County is offering a sweepstakes with free season tickets to the LA Lakers for people getting a shot this weekend.
That's why we're getting vaccinated, so that we can do these fun things.
While Maryland and New York are offering lottery tickets for people who sign up for the vaccine.
Vaccine scratch. You get a vaccination and you get a lottery ticket.
Ohio officials reported a 28% increase in vaccinations last week after they offered a $1 million lottery prize. Deborah Alferone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Alpena High School seniors are celebrating more than just their graduation.
This year, they're in downtown Alpena, also celebrating a chance to be together. WBKB's Stephanie Minichi is live with more.
That's right, you guys. Definitely a different scene than the one from last year. In addition to celebrating their graduation, these seniors are together. And I think that's the highlight for today. They have games, as you can see, cornhole in the background. They have a selfie station, a DJ, lots going on. Matthew, tell me, how does it feel to be celebrating with all your friends this year?
It's very, very awesome to get to see everybody here. And my favorite part probably will be the cornhole game and the raffle tickets, the prizes, and the food.
So lots to look forward to.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. There you have it. They're having a good time this year. Back to you guys in the studio.
Well, we're back. That was quick.
Yeah, hopefully they're having fun down there.
Yeah.
Here's meteorologist Ellie Morrison with a first check of the weather. Ellie, what's going on?
No showers yet, but very warm summer-like temperatures in our area. It's 87 degrees, cloudy skies in Alpena, 85 degrees in Oscoda, and in Gaylord 82, so feeling almost steamy out there for late May. This is Future Radar showing us what will move in later this evening. It's after about midnight that our chances of showers will increase. There may even be a thunderstorm overnight into tomorrow morning as this moves through our area. The second half of Saturday is looking drier. For tonight, we will have temperatures heading into the middle and lower 60s. Pre-dawn temperatures will be heading down to about 62 degrees. By midday, we're heading into the lower 70s, and then afternoon highs tomorrow around 80 degrees. More on those chances of showers and thunderstorms throughout the weekend, and also when some colder temperatures are going to move in. That's all coming up later in the newscast.
I've been melting lately, so that thunderstorm is going to make my weekend. Over $5 million is coming to Alpena County from the American Rescue Plan. The County Board of Commissioners held a special meeting yesterday to discuss how to spend their stimulus money. However, the United States Treasury has set restrictions as to how the funds can be used. Monies cannot be spent to pay off debt or bonds. However, it can be used to address the negative impacts of the pandemic. The county wants to find out for sure what they can fund prior to spending the money.
And we're not going to spend any money on anything that would be up to an interpretation until we have a final say-so that this is approved.
The money needs to be spent by 2024 in order for it to be used. Funding will come in 2 separate deposits, one that Adrian expects soon and one that will come 12 months after that. Since the deadline for the funding is in a few years, the board wants to get started on some projects this year, but it won't all happen at once.
We would like to be able to get going on this by fall with multiple years of this funding. You know, it's not going to all happen this year. I think it's going to have to be done over several years.
You can find more information on WBKB11.com.
Attorney General Dana Nessel says beware of imposters who want your information. Nessel says her office has received several reports of scammers claiming to be from health departments or vaccination sites. If you receive a similar call and it sounds suspicious, you should hang up. State and local health departments will never call, making threats or asking you to hand over information like your Social Security or birth date. And if you think you have received a health-related call that may be a scam, contact your local health department to confirm the caller's identity before providing any personal information.
Well, Sherry, we're already 16 weeks into the Bagley Street Bridge project. Workers were out early Friday continuing their work on the construction process. The Road Commission says the project is still on schedule for a late fall completion. Workers were able to complete Pier 3 last week. This week, they're nearing completion of Pier 1.
This week, they completed pouring Pier 1. So Pier 1 is waiting for the cure time of the concrete so they can strip the forms, pull out the cofferdam, and Pier 1 will be now complete. In addition, they've now begun work on Pier 2.
Of Thunder Bay River. Brady says next week they'll begin demolishing the south end of the old bridge. Should be an interesting site.
Well, progress is still happening. Well, Alpena is not the only Northeast Michigan county working on a bridge. The nonprofit group Huron Pines teamed up with Montmorency County to build bridges that improve the Thunder Bay ecosystem. These bridges replace culvert-style river crossings over the Thunder Bay River's many substreams. Culverts force rivers and streams to flow faster through a small space. Because fish can't swim against these high-speed currents, culverts disrupt their feeding and mating habits. Bridges allow water to flow more naturally, which is better for the fish and the river system. Huron Pines project supervisor Josh Leeson says these projects benefit people too.
And that also presents issues when we get floodwater or high flow events. The water backs up behind the roadway and can potentially cause a washout. That does happen at undersized culverts across the state.
Huron Pines supervises the project while the Montmorency Road Commission provides the labor and machinery. They completed their first bridge at the Gilcrest Crossing in 2020. They plan on building 3 more bridges this summer.
A lot of work being done this summer. There's more news ahead for you here on WBKB. Coming up, we'll have a preview of Sunday's insights, and meteorologist Ellie Morrison has your 7-day forecast next.
If you have a photo such as nature shots, pics with friends, or interesting sights you see that you'd like to send us, email it along with a short description to news@WBKB11.com.
I always thought it was interesting how they're symmetrical. You know, like one side is the same as the other.
I love butterflies.
Coming up on WBKB News, how can politics affect your health? And Matt Dazinski will have the latest in sports. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. In May, people all across the mental health community come together to spread awareness about mental illness. The National Institute of Mental Health says there are 1 in 5 adults in America living with a mental illness, yet stigma still exists for people seeking treatment. And this week's Insights, we take a look at why Mental Health Awareness Month is so important.
As long as there's been mental illness, there's been a stigma attached to it. And you know, if you look at the word stigma, which means a mark of disgrace, it's particularly unfortunate as applied to people with behavioral health or mental illness issues because it's not anything that they've done. It's a condition that they have. It's a disease. And so just as we've overcome certain stigmas attached to physical illnesses, we still have a ways to go in overcoming the stigma that's attached to psychiatric problems. And those stigmas can come from society, people who are afraid of the mentally ill. They feel like they may be dangerous or they're so different than we are, which is an unfortunate myth. And it also comes from the self. You know, people themselves who have the conditions sometimes feel that they are other than the rest of us, and it creates isolation, loneliness, and even despair.
Insights airs Sunday at 11 a.m. on ABC and at 11:30 a.m. on CBS.
In more health news, the dangers of social isolation and how politics can affect your health. Michael George has those stories and more.
The 2016 presidential election caused so much stress, it may have raised the risk of life-threatening heart conditions. A study in the Journal of the American Heart Association investigated cardiac health in one of the key battleground states. In patients with underlying conditions, researchers found a 77% increased risk of irregular heart rhythms during the election period. Taking more steps could be a pathway to a longer life. That includes uninterrupted walking for 10 minutes or longer, or shorter spurts like climbing stairs. Researchers in North Carolina tracked more than 16,000 women and found fewer deaths among those who took more steps each day. And a new study measures the toll of loneliness for women after menopause. Researchers at UC San Diego studied nearly 60,000 participants over 73. They found the risk of cardiovascular disease was 29% higher for those with high levels of both social isolation and loneliness. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Sports is coming up next, but first, Matt Dzinski is in with a preview. Matt, what's going on?
Thanks, Tyler. Coming up next in sports, the Detroit Tigers are back in action against the Royals, and we will have that preview. Plus, the Michigan Wolverines softball team begins their quest for a second NCAA championship as they take on Seattle University in round number 1. We'll have this preview and more up next in sports.
Welcome back. Before we go, we'll send it back to downtown Alpena and check in with Stephanie Minichi at the AHS Senior Experience. Stephanie, what's going on?
Friends since I've been here.
Okay.
Here we go. So I made a few friends since I've been downtown today, and these ladies have plans. Tell them your name.
My name's Ashlyn Shadig.
And my name is Mary Burns.
Jamie Bobian.
And these ladies, like I said, they have plans. You're going to be an actress?
Yes.
Okay,
And then a dermatologist.
A lawyer.
Quick question. This is off topic. Who's the best cornhole player?
Derek.
Definitely Derek.
Definitely Derek.
All the way.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it.
He's got skills. What can I say?
He's got skills.
Okay. Derek has skills. What can I say? All right. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for that, Stephanie. They're having lots of fun down there.
Yeah, it looks like it. I wish I was there.
Absolutely. Well, that's all we have for you this evening.
You can read more about our broadcast stories and get the scoop on other news items online.
Just visit WBKB11.com for sports, weather, and news updates anytime, day or night.
And check us out on our Facebook page and Twitter handle at WBKB11.
Be sure to catch us back here tonight at 11 with Kent Davis. Have a great evening.